What is going on, guys? Lottery Stocks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, today we have a lot of stuff to cover with AMC, GameStop, the overall market, and some additional stuff. Like usual, watch until the end so you don't have to watch another update here on YouTube. I don't want to waste anybody's time. We're going to cover things as fast as possible. Keep it short, sweet, simple, and to the point with what is happening with the market today, 3 hours before close. And all I ask in return, of course, hit the like button. It is free, and let's get into it. AMC is up 1.64%, trading at $6.21. We have been chop trading, getting this barcode, and now we are starting to scale up off of this very bottom that we just previously hit right around $6 even. This is also the third low that we have been tracking from back in January, and even back here I wanted to point out something that we were even barcoding back here. With that being said, this 7-day span of curling up from the low would bring AMC to January 2nd, which is the last day of the Santa Claus rally, before slightly retracing and then having volume kick in and then AMC scaling higher. I don't know if it's going to be the same scenario to the degree it ripped or more than to the degree it ripped, right? Could rip higher, could rip less. Either way, this is the point of interest we are coming up on. I'd watch 7 days scaling up slightly into the Santa Claus rally up to about $6.50, maybe $7 into January 2nd, but likely $6.50, retracing back down to potentially $6.32 and then getting volume to kick in and push AMC higher. GameStop, this chart is looking absolutely gorgeous, up 3.28% on the day, trading at $17.93. I am honestly very surprised, because GameStop had more room to go through another cycle and AMC didn't, yet AMC sold off for longer and GameStop had another pop. GameStop actually broke out of the macro trend line, came back in, based inside of it, and we are breaking out of it a second time. The only time we really saw this was back during the January run-up, which makes me just continue to say, watch the stair step up for GameStop. We dipped our toes in that 1860 range and then got rejected. I'm looking at that range once again, 1860 to $19. If GameStop clean breaks above that, I'm watching the deep trend line right around $22.30 for GameStop. Now AMC, according to Ortex, has 9.38% short interest. Again, we know, of course, it is much greater than that. Touching on some data, 3.7 million shares available to borrow according to Stockle Tracker. Calls 19,000 compared to 15,000 puts expiring in the money, so we are winning on the options chain surprisingly, even though AMC has sold off. And then we have 79,000 calls expiring out of the money, so they are probably going to keep AMC slightly stagnant for the rest of the week, maybe let it scale up a bit, but we are winning on the options chain. Short exempts still high, above 200,000 for AMC as well. GameStop, 300,000 shares available to borrow. There has been a lot of talks about the DRS. There has been a lot of articles saying that, oh, GameStop shares can't be accessed by brokers, yada yada. Keep in mind the DTC has still complete ownership no matter what, even through computer share. We are slaughtering on the options chain, 12,000 calls compared to basically no puts expiring in the money, and then 40,000 calls expiring out of the money on GameStop as well. So if we scale higher, you could see some more gamma build to the upside. Short exempt still slightly high for GameStop, but not the highest we've seen, sitting at 20K. Now, HYMC, which AMC has ownership in, is up 23.66%. It was up 17, and then it was up 20, and now I'm looking at it again, and it's up 23, almost 24%. And this thing is just continuing to climb. However, it's coming up right to a resistance level that I would be watching between 280 and 299 on HYMC. I would really watch these levels. I don't see HYMC breaking over $3, and if it does break over $3, then this could be a squeeze that is starting. Okay, so we're going to keep a side eye on HYMC as well. Now, I want to know your thoughts in the comments down below, because there has been problems with plus size people and engaging in going to movie theaters because of the seating size. Do you think there should be plus size seats, or do you think, I mean, brutally honest, that these people should just exercise, right? No, but in all honesty, guys, let me know in the comments down below. I'm just trying to be right in the middle. I don't want to give a strong opinion because, of course, it's a touchy subject, right? But let me know in the comments down below. Do you think the seats should just stay the same, or do you think this should be an addition? Do you think it should be a plus charge? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, US banks could get slammed with another $160 billion in losses as commercial real estate faces its biggest crash since 2008, which is a major catalyst across the board. And also, the US national debt just broke an all-time high of $33.9 trillion, almost coming up to 34. And we have some dangerous stuff to talk about for the overall market, so make sure to keep watching. But I really wanted to touch on Tesla, up 2.24% on the day, 262.37. More green on Tesla. We got a gap higher breaking out of this little wedge that we had here, almost testing the top of the trend line. But what did we say? coming into this exact zone at 263, dipping our toes in, right? That is what we said in yesterday's video, and that is what happened with Tesla. We got that leg up. Tesla is doing the stair-step method. Climbed, came back down, climbed again, consolidated, came back down, climb, came back down, and we are climbing again. So in my opinion, this is where we are seeing Tesla, which means we are potentially going to see another leg up. However, we talked about a pullback in crypto as well as the overall market anywhere from now between January 8th, right? And if that does happen with Tesla, there are a few levels I'm watching. Of course, 254.50 and then potentially all the way back into the zone right around 244 or lower. So watch these retracements on Tesla. However, between January 12th and January 29th, I see Tesla coming up above $273. So I am still holding my long-term calls on Tesla. Let me know in the comments down below if you are still in Tesla calls or if you're in Tesla shares. And something more positive for Tesla, Wedbush reiterates their outperform ahead of Tesla's Q4 delivery report, stating that they still think they are ahead of the 480K delivery mark, and they give them a 12-month price target of $350, stating that they are extremely bullish on Tesla. 25 to 35% year over year gains on this stock. Now, is the market going to crash? We're going to talk about it right now, but before we do, guys, make sure to get in the Discord. The link is right under the video. It's $3.99. It's a copy a month. You won't even notice it come out based off of the benefits that you will get talking with the most amazing people who want financial freedom just like you guys. So surround yourself with people like you for the new year. Get in. If you're 18 years old in your mom's basement or you're 40 years old in your mom's basement, of course you don't have to be in your mom's basement, but whatever age you are, spend the $4, get in here. We have options trading alerts in there. We talk stocks all day long and overall just the best vibes. Also guys, 15 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000 per stock. Likely $200-ish or so because I've done it with family members. I've gotten $50 to $60 myself. A family member got $200 themselves. It's anywhere up to 30K for doing absolutely nothing, plus 5.1% APY on your uninvested cash. Use my link, sign up for Moomoo, and make a deposit of even $1 to start earning benefits. That link is in the top of the description and pinned in the top of comments along with the Discord link. I tried to get that out of the way as fast as possible for you guys, but overall, I couldn't list all the benefits for Discord and Moomoo. So yeah, get in the Discord, sign up for Moomoo, and make a deposit. Now, this US economist just warned that 2024 will bring the biggest crash of our lifetime, predicting a shocking 86% nosedive for the S&P 500. Moving on, the Fed begins liquidity injections at the end of a cycle because it gives them complete control over when the rug pull is pulled for the top percent. They did this with the repo in 2008 and 2020, and they're doing the same thing with BTFP. Fundamentals show we're on the verge of a recession. Now, this is their bank term funding program, which they are planning to end in March of 2024, which is exactly at the worst time possible, just like they did with the repo in January of 2020. This program provides liquidity injections into the banking system. Plus, take a look at this chart, which shows that the ongoing rally in stocks following the yield curve inversion has reached a historic high, surpassing 24%, the red line, and outdoing pre-GFC rally of 06-07, indicating that something is actually different this time, but it doesn't guarantee a different result. While we're witnessing a record-breaking rally post-inversion, the future remains unpredictable, considering the yield curve's consistent success in predicting recessions and the following equity bear market since the 1950s. History says the risk of a significant and painful drawdown looming ahead is near 100%. And before we get into the S&P 500 chart, the market is now pricing in a base case of 7 interest rate cuts all the way up to 9. So at least 7, potentially 9, yet the Fed says 3, which means if we don't get 7, we may be bearish on the market coming into the new year. Buy is at 475.88, basically flat on the day. And I want you to note, taking a look at the volume, anytime you see 4 volume candles in a row trending in the same direction on the market, it most of the time has a big move one way or the other. Whether the volume is trending up for 4 days or scaling down for 4 days, in this case scaling down, not indicating where it will go. But if we see a flash down, I'd watch for another retest at 468.50. If we see a flash up, I'd watch for a break of 477.50 to potentially wick to that high at 480 for the market. Bitcoin. MicroStrategy just bought another 14,620 Bitcoin for $615.7 million. Why would you purchase that much if there was a pullback ahead? Everyone's talking about this pullback, talking about the previous pullbacks being 70% or so, which would bring Bitcoin down to $10,000. And I'm going to tell you right now, that is not going to happen. If Bitcoin pulls back, I'm watching 34 to 38K. Very worst case scenario, if it flashed down, 16 to 18, bottom, unlikely, don't think it's going to happen. I'm just saying it's not going down to 10. Speaking of Bitcoin, Mara still climbing, up about 11% the last time I looked at it, and Riot up about 4%, trading at 1803. As you can see, I raised the stop to 1685 from 1653 in the small trading challenge. If you guys are following me on that, you would be getting my trades that you can copy with a click of a button. And if you're not following me yet, it's the third link under the video for Frenetically. As soon as I take a trade in the trading challenge, you can copy my trades with a click of a button, and you can trade with more. If you want to know exactly how to set everything up, here's the video. I'll put it up right here. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. Check the links, get in the Discord, get your free stocks, and let me know in the comments down below about the Tesla trade, about AMC, GameStop, the overall market. Are we going into a recession, in crypto? I love you all. Lottery Socks out.